I don't know what's wrong with all these people on YouTube that heard about this story and they just didn't go no further than the surface. They went on a frenzy. They uploaded videos and they was all over the place. Got everybody out here in fear. Got everybody panicking. Oh, the black girl's gone missing. Oh, people, it's all a hoax. So how did all of this get started? The number was nothing less than a shock to the system. Intent set beside a series of photographs, each one depicting a girl of color staring back at the camera. The image that went viral on social media last week claims to lay bare an appalling truth. 14 girls have gone missing in DC in the last 24 hours. Trouble is, the police say the claim is not true. Guess what, y'all? I believe the police on this one, and you finna see why I say that in a minute. When you see how this crap got started, it's gonna blow your mind. Now check this out. Here go the image right here. What made this thing go viral. Here you go. And I'm gonna prove what I'm showing you. This right here. This girl, Danielle Moody Mills. Before we even get into this article right here, let me just blow you away. Let's look at her profile. She's a equality advocate in politics and pop culture junkie, creator in chief of the site woke.com. Let me explain something to y'all people. This is a little independent black little political publishing company that's for equal rights and all of that, and they need some publicity. Every news company need a big story to put them in the door. And now I'm about to blow y'all away to show y'all how deep this deception goes. You can see this lady was already on Melissa Harris and Perry. She got a little media background. We understand that the media is Jewish control. We can't believe nothing on it. You can see she got a huge ass following right here too. Now let's get back to this post that made this whole story start. Because none of these YouTubers that made videos did this research that I'm showing you. Here, what we got is said 14 girls have gone missing in DC in the last 24 hours. What you got to realize, this was never reported by any national news sources. This story didn't go national because it's a hoax. It's not real. None of the stuff in the media is real, but the stuff that you see national, it's a government hoax. In this case, this may be government influence or government orchestrated, but it started from an independent black publishing company with their own agenda. So everybody got an agenda. All of these media companies get paid by giving you juicy media. It don't matter if it's true or not. It just had to pull your strings. You can see that this lady right here, Danielle Moody, tweeted this on 6:52 p.m. and it was on the 23rd of March. And I done my research. I said, I wonder if this is true. I said, you know what? This is all a hoax. And that Danielle Moody was the first one to leak this hoax out with this fake collage right here. This woman, Danielle, is a liar. She was the first one to leak this out, not no news stations. How can we prove it? Well, she put hers out on the 23rd of March. When the news reports something, they're often the first to report it. And soon as the news report it, within an hour, you got your first couple of YouTubers uploading their videos on YouTube about the story. These YouTubers don't miss a beat. So if the news reported something on this date, you better believe us YouTubers started uploading videos that same day. So we can verify this very easy. This woman uploaded her tweet on March the 23rd. Now, when we go over here to YouTube and start going through the missing DC girls videos, because this when all of the YouTubers start getting aware about it. When we heard about it, we start streaming, making videos. You can see Tariq Nasheed, everybody. So what we're looking for today, right now, as I speak to you, it is March the 28th. This tweet was on March the 23rd. What we're going to be looking for is a video on YouTube that predates March 23rd, because this all was a tweet, a hoax that was seeded by that girl. So of course you can see that she put her tweet out on the 23rd, and we ain't gonna find no YouTube videos that's talking about this story before the 23rd. You ain't gonna find none of these videos that's more than 4 days ago. You know why? Because 4 days ago would be the 24th, and that tweet came out on the 23rd. None of these YouTubers got a video out that's on the 22nd talking about this. We ain't gonna see no video out that's 4 days ago or 5 days ago. See Robert Perkins, Hotep Jesus 4 days ago. Look at the time they upload their videos. All right, here go one right here that's 6 days ago. And this is the oldest one I seen, because most of us got this story from that tweet. 10 teen girls of color have gone missing in DC. Why aren't we hearing about it? So one thing I wanted to point out also to prove my point is that this story says 6 days ago, but it's a different account. This story is saying 10 missing people as opposed to the 14 that was reported and went viral on Twitter. So again, the numbers have been changing with each report. Not to mention that this story that's uploaded 6 days ago is the oldest one I can find, and it's coming from an entertainment channel. So this is probably the oldest one I've saw 6 days ago. And one thing I wanted to say was that we know people do go missing all the time. All right. I ain't denying that. I'm just re-questioning this story that don't make no sense. Boyce Watkins is a big news outlet. His video was on the 24th. All right. Like I said, your average video gonna be around the 24th. It's gonna be 4 days ago, 3 days ago. Prove me wrong. Now this here is a Facebook post that I put out. I said, can someone find me any of the parents of any of these missing black women in DC? Seems like a good news story after the premiere of the Get Out movie. Some black people saying that when white girls go missing, it get publicized. What y'all talking about? They just made a whole movie on black people being missing called Get Out. And the thing went national and made millions of dollars. They were apparently we'll be reporting this right now about these DC girls, right? So only thing I'm saying is this: we never see any of the family or the parents come out and speak about this stuff. Like I said, this woman tweeted this on the 23rd, and we can't find no major news stories, no major YouTube stories that predates her tweet. This joint was a hoax that was started by this imposter, and her name is Danielle Moody or whatever. A lot of deception comes out of Washington, D.C. and fake news stories and crisis actors. When you understand the deception surrounding D.C. and the Pentagon, how they work with Hollywood and all of this, and the media, and the crisis actors ain't no different than the Hollywood actors, y'all guys got to wake up out of the matrix. Now listen, why didn't no other news stations cover this? Why was it only Washington, D.C.? And I'm going to show y'all something. It's a lot of people in Washington said they ain't heard nothing about no missing people. Matter of fact, on my Facebook post that I put up there, if you go and look at that Facebook post, it was a dude commented on my Facebook post. He from Washington. He said he ain't heard nothing about none of this. Now, these people that's on this post right here is saying that it's no excuse for this not being national news. You know why it's not national news? Because it started by this lady here, Danielle Moody. There are no accounts of this thing prior to this tweet. Not even all the news stations in D.C. are reporting it. Now, the police in D.C. said that it's a hoax. And the news station saying that it's true. But again, ain't no family came out, ain't no parents spoke out, and we can only go by this tweet. Again, anything you show the news company, they gonna eat it up and run with it, whether it's true or not, long as it's juicy and it already got a little momentum going. So when they saw this tweet, the news stations in DC said, hey, this will be a good story for us. But however, the police department ain't with all the lies, because if you're a police officer, you ain't trying to go out there and be working hard looking for some missing girls that ain't missing based on a doggone Twitter hoax. So it benefits the news companies in this case, but not the police, because it make them look bad, like they ain't doing their job. So of course they gonna deny it. They gonna be like, hey man, it's a hoax. That shit is a tweet. We doing our job. I don't know what the hell the news talking about. So like I said, in this case, I agree with the police that it's a hoax. When I do my research and investigate here, you can see who got something to gain and who don't. So if you want to believe 14 black women just came up missing in 24 hours and ain't no families crying on the news, ain't no parents out there saying, where my baby at? And it ain't no outcry and it ain't national news. It's just a few little reports of it in DC and these big old tweets with a lot of retweets. It's a social media hoax hashtag. So yes, don't get me wrong, there are a lot of missing minorities, not only in DC, but all over. Now, when they asked the DC Police Department about this, the DC Police Department clearly said, there's no epidemic, there's no 14 missing girls in no 24 hours. This is what I'm reading. Now, what the DC Police Department said is that, yes, there are a lot of missing people in DC that we're still trying to locate. And one way that we recently started to go about locating those people is by the use of social media. So y'all can see how this thing was misconstrued and got bent out of preference to it turned into this hoax on the internet, like 14 girls vanished in 24 hours. People, y'all believe this? If you put a YouTube video up on this crap like it's real, please take it down. Yes, I like the fact that it raises awareness that we need to protect our women and protect our children. Let's do that. But let's not give this media deception any power. Let's not give it no light. Let's not willingly be deceived just because we want to increase safety and awareness. We can debunk the hoax and say that's bullshit and still increase awareness. We don't got to go with the deception. We're not idiots. We ain't gonna let them pee on us and tell us it's raining. Let's protect our women, no doubt, but let's not fall for these hoaxes. Some of the confusion around the missing girls issue stem from the fact that the DC Police Department recently decided to begin actively posting missing persons flyers, including those from months ago, on their Twitter account. This constituted a very proactive endeavor and indeed likely contributed to helping locate 6 of the 11 missing children that had been posted on the department's Twitter account since March 19. What are we getting out of all of this, people? We're getting out of this that all of these reportings in this whole story started on social media via Twitter accounts. So we got the DC Police Department using social media to help locate missing people that's been missing on their files for years, some for months. These are different random people, y'all. All of them not even black. You know, some of these people was missing for years ago. So what we're saying here is that, yes, the DC Police Department said, we're going to start using social media to help us locate some of our missing victims. And that turned into, it's missing people in DC, 14 girls missing in 24 hours. I don't know how it turned into that. I guess the one little independent media company who started all of this, I guess they took that little report and put some spice on it and created this big viral post from Twitter. Because ain't nothing predating this post here when we talk about this story going viral. These people here leaked this joint, and you can see they got a little following, little Black Lives Matter type editing company, probably Jewish controlled. As you can see, they probably all working together with the police department. Ain't no telling, but it's all propaganda. You got to think the movie Get Out just came out, and now you get all of this. What I wanted to point out is that after this tweet, a lot of celebrities start getting behind this stuff. We know celebrities eat this type of stuff up because they get the benefit from it. Whenever there's these type stories going on, everyone benefit from the media. If you're an artist and you got an album coming out and a story like this come out and you get to speak on that story and also say, hey, yeah, and also go and get my album too. So they use these big stories for a lot of propaganda, promo. You got big media outlets and YouTube channels like Jesse Lee Peterson and other ones who don't do enough research. They eat this stuff up, man. If you're a media outlet, you need meaty subject material. Nobody want this stuff to be false. But when you look into it, you see that it is. But nobody care that it's a lie. We all just want to speak on it, make a good video, and act like we done some good. But we really doing the bad because we keep pushing this media deception. We're the idiots being deceived willingly. The celebrities start speaking out on this thing and all of that. Different celebrities who said they concerned and all of that. Again, here go the original post I just showed y'all on Facebook. You can see on this website, rollingout.com. They went and did their research just like me. So how the fake news story can hurt black girls who are really missing. I'm going to leave this article in the description area so you guys can go and check this out. This is very deep because the agenda behind all this is that there are a lot of missing black people, minority people for that matter. I do believe in the organ harvesting, but I believe this story is to make us look at one hand while they do something with the other hand. We can't always get caught up in these hoax media stories. We got to look behind them. And when you look behind them, you find what I'm showing you now. This girl, Danielle Moody Mills, she clearly some type of black government agent. I showed y'all these black female crisis actors and news anchors and all these people who help push out these media hoaxes and all of this for these agendas. Y'all still fall for it. When you read this story, you'll see that this whole so-called big old story about these missing girls started from this tweet that I just showed y'all. And anybody can make a collage like this. Crazy thing about it, each collage you see is different. Each collage is different girls on the front of it, and the numbers even different sometimes. None of these people, family and parents came out saying, where my little girl at, y'all? Where my daughter? She was missing in 24 hours. And y'all still believe this crap like fools. You got all of these dumb YouTube channels reporting this stuff like it's real. It really aggravates me, man. So when you go and read this story, you see how deep the rabbit hole go. Last week, a story about 14 black girls going missing in DC in a 24-hour period went viral. The story spun the hashtag #FindOurGirls on Twitter and other social media platforms as many demanded answers about the missing girls. Many people demanded answers, but nobody who stood up and said, hey, where the hell they family and parents at? Why they ain't out here saying where my girls at? Like a fool. Y'all out here getting the story, demanding answers, and the parents and family ain't nowhere to be found. Some of these folks been missing for years. I just told you the DC Police Department said they just recently started using social media to help find some of these missing people. And that turned into a social media post about missing people in 24 hours. When it got over here to this girl, Danielle Moody Mills, oh man, y'all can read this yourself. I'm just skipping through it. But the story came during the same week when members of the Congressional Black Caucus asked Attorney General Jeff Sessions and FBI Director James Comey to devote the resources necessary to determine whether these developments are an anomaly or whether they are indicative of an underlying trend that must be addressed. Adding, when children of color go missing, authorities often assume they are runaways rather than victims of abduction. So this all started off between a meeting between the Congressional Black Caucus, which is another form of the boule, okay? And they had a meeting with the FBI directors. In this meeting, they brought up a lot of the missing cases, and they was basically saying we need more resources. Maybe we ought to devote the resources necessary to determine whether these things are runaways or real missing people. I guess the FBI said, you know what? We ain't putting no more funds in that area. So they needed this thing to go viral. The same way y'all, what just happened with these black folks, it happened during the Oklahoma City bombing. See, the Department of the Government, the DOD, I believe, who responsible for security, was getting budget cuts because when no attacks happening on the U.S., if ain't nothing happening, they gonna take money away from the security department if we ain't under attack. That's why they got to keep something happening to keep that budget exhausted. So the people who work in that department, when they start getting budget cuts and it ain't no threats and ain't nothing happening, they create threats. They bomb their own buildings to open that budget back up. Just like here, we see the Congressional Black Caucus sat down with the FBI directors and they were denied apparently, so they faked this news story. Because you can see that after this meeting and all of this, it led to conspiracy theories and fake news about missing black girls. One such fake news story on social media came about because of a simple image that went viral about a shipping container full of black girls in Savannah, Georgia, who were rescued from human trafficking as they were about to be sent overseas. And again, they were rescued. Like I said, a lot of people on that list, they either been found, they've been missing for years, or they ain't even from DC. She made it all up. Again, none of these people, family and parents, came out yet. So prove me wrong. So I was just doing a little bit more research on a Congressional Black Caucus relationship with the feds at this time, because that's a very... People, we got to think about that. Why is the Black Caucus meeting with the feds while all of this stuff going on with Get Out and these missing girls hoax? Guess what I just found out on this website? That the federal government is looking to pass some type of budget to the Black Caucus, to the Congressional Black Caucus. So when they pass this budget, everybody gonna eat, but all of us who run around thinking that this shit is real. False tweet about missing girls in DC goes viral. Think twice before you share it. Earlier this month, viral tweets helped raise awareness about several young people of color who have been reported missing in the DC area. This news gained traction in part due to the official Twitter account of the DC Police Department, who began tweeting out photos and information of some of the missing minors. Thanks to retweets, some of the posts were shared thousands of times, which helped authorities locate several of the missing people. Did you hear what I just said? So they've been locating several of these people because a wise person in the DC Police Department said, hey guys, why don't we go to social media to help us start solving some of these missing people cases? When they did that, it turned into this big thing. 14 girls went missing in 24 hours. That's fake. That's fake. However, the downside of viral content is that sometimes false information gets shared and then reshared many times. Just look at the uptick of fake news within the past few months. As noted by BuzzFeed, a tweet has been circulating the internet that wrongly states that 14 girls went missing in DC within 24 hours. At the time of writing, the post has racked up over 47,000 retweets and sparked online outrage that such a fact was being underreported by the media. Oh, we so lost, y'all. So again, here go the Instagram post that they talking about. I wonder if it's older than the one I saw. See, this what I'm talking about. Here go the lady right here, Danielle Moody Mills. Now this here is on Instagram. We saw the earliest one was from Danielle. Okay, this is from him. He's just retweeting her tweet. So again, nobody can find anything older than the one where Danielle Moody put. This tweet is false. This started the whole DC missing girls thing, and it's false. Look how much media publicity this thing got. It's false, y'all. This woman is a deceiver. Look here. DC police told NBC Washington that the viral tweet is not true. While the disappearance of any child is reason for concern, at no point in recent weeks have 14 girls disappeared from DC in a single day. I know they laughed at that, man. You think if 14 girls disappeared in DC in a single day, y'all, it'll just be covered on YouTube by YouTube conspiracy theorists? All of these fools on YouTube reporting this woman tweet like it's real news. This junk is a hoax. Furthermore, the photos in the popular tweet were lifted from a New York Daily News article. Sean King, the author of the piece, noted this on Twitter. He also pointed out that many of those girls weren't from DC at all, and some had been missing for several years. Look, man, these photos were taken from a short story I just wrote, which is fine, but many of these girls are not from DC and have not been missing for years. Here the man tweet go right here, Sean King. This is where this deceiver Daniel Moody Mills get all of this crap from. So she went to this man thing, bent it out of proportion, and we see she got a reason to do it. Why would she lie? Why would she? Because she worked for the damn media. She all on TV. She looking for a big story. It's always these damn black women who thirsty for attention that we see during the crisis acting and helping these Jewish deceivers lead us right into deception. It's always these black women that's thirsty for fucking attention. Every crisis actor I see. Don't get me wrong, it's white ones too. But I'm just saying, man, black people, y'all better wake up. They got people look just like you deceiving your ass. She know it ain't true. The man showed up on the damn post and told her it ain't true. Here go the man Sean King. Let me follow him. We ain't gonna follow her ass. And you can see this man with Black Lives Matter and all of that. We can't trust none of them, but we can see that this girl is lying. Now let's go and see, he said these photos that this girl used were lifted from a New York Daily News article he wrote. We're going to back that up, see if he telling the truth. So, King, it's no accident we hear little about missing black girls. This man made a general report. This man didn't say nothing about no 14 girls gone missing in a day. This man made a general report. And when you read this report, he just showing you different missing victims. Some about a janitor in 2014. Maybe that's where she get the 14 from. The man said his lady went on his damn article, took these pictures, misinterpreted his story, and the shit went viral. She took that and made it viral. And it's really deep. Different people on the list. Different people, all from different areas. Some of them been missing for years. Can't find nothing on the internet other than Danielle Moody Mills. She got a lot of attention for spreading this lie. See, in the day of social media, long as you get something that go viral, that's all that matter. It don't matter if it's a lie or not. And that's why it's so much misinformation out there. So when you look at all this, you can prove for yourself that it's all a hoax. I ain't got all day to deal with this stuff. I'm going to get back to the knowledge. It's crazy how these black folks debunk all these news stories, but they don't want to debunk the stuff that they don't want to debunk. This man said them photos was taken from his thing. So he also said, dear people advocating for missing black girls, please be sure you are spreading the truth and actual facts. It matters. It really matters. And Sean King said that himself. So let me show you how emotional pro-blacks is and how little research we do, because we love the TV, we love the idiot box, we love the Twitter accounts. We don't like to investigate shit though. So when somebody tell us stuff, we say either we to believe it or we don't, and we run with it, but we don't investigate it. So what happens is I'm showing y'all this whole thing is a hoax, and it's easy to prove. It's easy to prove, but look, you got Negroes out here with signs and shit. Look at these cats with they tight ass jeans on. Look at these dudes out here with these tight ass jeans on, with them big ass shoes on, with their legs bent up like people. Bring back our girls looking like two fools who ain't done no damn research. Why the hell is these dudes standing out here with signs and ain't nobody missing? Listen, all right, some of these girls been missing for years. A lot of them been found. We know it's a hoax. To me, they look stupid as hell. I'm sorry. Now, you know what? You're going to get a lot of people that's going to say, bro, Sanchez, that's messed up. At least they out there doing something. What the hell you doing? Because in the mind of a pro-black, they link doing something. They link activity to progress. And that's the reason why they march like a mug and be all doing everything, but we make no progress. Because they out there doing all that action, but it's based on deception. Yeah, I admire their activity and the fact that they'll get out there and be active, but at the same time, they ain't active where we need to be, and that's thinking, critical thinking, investigating, doing research, and you would have never had your butt out there standing up doing nothing because you would have known it was a hoax. So if your action based on deception, then hey, it's in vain. It's counterproductive. Tupac said it best. He said, we need more thinkers, man. Look, I'm going to show you how crazy we is. Folks are all on here saying, look, people in the missing DC girls tag saying if they were white, they'd be on the news. No, they'd be fine by now. Find these damn girls. None of these people know this a hoax, and it's funny to me, but it's sad though. Look, this girl said, sad that there's been very little to no coverage on something like this. Bring them home. Oh my God. People, it's a hoax. That's why it's no coverage on it. Oh my God. You know what, y'all? If these people open up a GoFundMe for this, you know how much money they can get for this lie? This girl said the women need to be marching for this. Nobody know this shit is a hoax. And they saying why it ain't national coverage. Because it's a hoax. It's not a government hoax. It's a Twitter hoax from Danielle Moody. If it was one of their hoaxes like September 11, then it'll be national. Think about it. Why would we have to spread and share this shit? You got normal people with their Twitter accounts spreading this shit. Because the news ain't spreading this hoax. This is some shit that started from Danielle Moody. And people still retweeting, sharing it. And this woman don't feel bad that she got all of these people caught up in this lie. When I look at this woman's face, it just disgusts me. She started this misinformation and folks retweeting the hell out of it. People emotions all in it. And you can see this lady just like attention. A lot of the people they got on that list is people that was missing years and years ago. Old missing people. And a lot of them people on that list ain't even from DC. They from these people from all over. What most of these pseudoscientists do is cut the news on. They see the story, they get mad, and they say, see, these women missing, black women missing, and you know we got to protect our family. We got to keep our women in the house, and we got to be scared because we got the damn TV on instead of got our minds open. We got remote controls in our damn hands instead of doing research. So they want to get this human trafficking fear out there. Now, am I saying that's not real? Heck no, human trafficking is real. We know they harvesting organs and stuff, but what I'm saying is we really got to do deeper research. When they asked the DC police about this, guess what the DC police said? The DC Police Department said that it's not an uptick in missing people. The DC Police Department said they're simply using social media more to help locate missing people now. Let me break this down and summarize this for y'all, okay? The media saying one thing, the DC Police Department saying another one. The media saying that these people missing and they, you know, it's something to be scared of. We need to go crazy. And the numbers is changing each reporting. But we all know the media make their money off scare, fear. But the DC Police Department, they ain't really got a reason to lie about it. And the reason I say that is this, not that I trust no damn DC police. The reason I say that is this. If you're a police officer, reports like this make y'all look bad. If you're a police officer in DC with the media reporting this crap like this, you gotta work extra hours. You can't go home to the family like you want to. Yeah, you wanted to go out with the wifey, but you can't. Y'all gotta increase patrols. We got to go and, work harder now, because why? It's a scare. People coming up missing. So if you work for the police department, if you're a police, you don't want no false information like people coming up missing, because you don't want to be out there making your job harder off of a BS lie. So the DC Police Department saying it ain't no uprising missing people sound more feasible than what the media is saying, because the media got a reason to lie. And in this case, the DC Police Department don't want to work hard. That's why I can't stand these so-called conscious YouTubers just taking a front page story and regurgitating it as truth. Man, what happened to investigation? So the thing what I want to point out is that the DC police decide that for all their missing people, for all their missing persons cases now, that they're going to be using social media more to locate these people. Some of these people have been found because of this new idea. Somebody decided, on the DC Police Department, hey, maybe we should use social media more now to solve some of our missing people cases. So ever since they started doing that, people misinterpreted the message, get misconstrued. That turned into people coming up missing in DC, and the numbers changing on how many. We finding out some of them found, some of them been missing. So it's just one person tell a lie and nobody question that lie. People just start spreading it without questioning it. And that's how all of these theories and pseudoscience ideas and speculations get seeded into these countries' community. The media is full of dirty tricks. So people, we got to make this video go viral. You see how many videos go viral saying that this joint is real? Nobody doing the real research. Let's not be bamboozled. Make this video go viral. Share it every hour on every venue. Come on, people. Let the truth get out there as more viral than the lie. I'm out, man. Shout out to my family of patrons. Peace and much love.